Hey guys, this is the next video in my January series, and I'm going to be talking about brushes. I'm going to be talking about my brush collection, things you need to know, what to use them for, and a couple of things to tell you how to spot a fake one. So it's all the good stuff that goes with that. Okay, firstly I keep my brushes in two places. I've got a brush belt where I hold some of my brushes, primarily the ones that I don't use all the time, and I've also got the brush holder, and this one is from glitzyglam.com. It's got my initial on the front, and this is where I keep the ones that I use regularly. Okay, I'm just going to show you what I use for my face. So that's my foundation. I either use a MAC 190, this one's an SS 190, or this is an SS 187, which is the MAC version. And basically I put my foundation on there, dab it, and then dot it onto my skin if I'm using that one, or I literally just paint onto the skin with the paintbrush style ones. I also use this brush for cream blushes as well, so the MAC's cream blush, or even the cream mousses that you can buy for your blush. I use that one for, it's very good. In order to put my face powder on, either this or my Mineral Skin Finish Natural, I use the MAC 182 Kabuki in small swirling motions. Fantastic brush for that. Okay, for blush, I have a few different types of brushes. So for something like this, for a powder blush, I would use my MAC 150 or my SS 150. I've got the Sigma and the MAC version in the 168. So this is a fantastic brush, and one of my favourites as well. Sometimes I do use these bigger brushes for contouring, which I do by just squeezing the bristles so that they're flat, and you can then use them to contour as well if you've got a bigger area to cover. For my eyebrows, I use the Ruby Millie mascara brush, and this is the 4mm one. I do have a lash comb for my eyelashes, which I find very, very useful indeed, and this one's by Barbara Dave Tesco. Okay, let's have a look now at the eye brushes. For eyeliner, there are several different types of brushes that you can use. I've got a selection here. I've got a Ruby Millie. This is actually a concealer brush, but I use it for eyeliner when I want something thicker. So for gel liner, that type of thing. I have Sigma 209 brush, which is a small brush style. Make sure that lid goes on. I have my Benefit Get Bent brush, which is fantastic if you're learning to apply eyeliner. That's one I thoroughly recommend, and you can get those from Benefit. And then you have the angled style brushes, which are good for not just liner but also for eyeshadow. So if you want to do a tail for eyeshadow, you can do it. You can use wet or dry. This is a MAC 208. This is quite a small one. I don't know if you can see that. We've got the MAC 266, and this is the Sigma 266 SS. There are some differences between the MAC and the Sigma. I find that this one's slightly smaller, so it does give you a bit more control, but you can always get the 206 if that's what you want. Okay, and now we're just going to move on to my favourite brush for paint pots. So for matte paint pots or cream eyeshadows, we've got the Kryolan, and this one is number 12, and it's flat. Perfect for that. Okay, let's move on to the eye brushes. Okay, now I have picked up a fake MAC brush. I got this one from eBay. Okay, let's find that. Okay, they are very good, I must admit, the fake brushes. But as you can see, this one on the left, these are the 239 brushes, is fake. It has a crimpled edge and also a longer handle. So you can see that. So they're the types of things that you need to look out for. It's also got a much bigger brush. Can you see? Much bigger bristles. It's well worth not buying brushes from eBay, just in case you do end up getting the fake ones. They do last a lot shorter time than the real ones do. And also, if you wash them, then the steel can rust easier than those ones. I mean, obviously, if you wish to sort of have a look at the brushes to make sure that you're not getting them, you can only do that in shops. And that's where I recommend that you buy your MAC brushes from a MAC shop. Okay, let's get on to the SS239. And this is a fantastic brush. This is a lot fluffier than the MAC ones. So for applying eyeshadow, for powder eyeshadow, this is Acid Rain by Urban Decay in Lovely Green. Fantastic. Have the angled brushes, the 275, the MAC version, and the Sigma version. Now these are fantastic for using with no product to blend what you have. I really like those. Okay, a Sigma SS252, the SS194. These are fantastic paint style brushes, and that's the MAC 194. There's a real difference in that one. That one's a lot thinner than the Sigma, as you can see, and a lot longer. That's also very good for paint pots as well. I like those paint style brushes. Okay, coming up to the 219 brushes. That's the MAC version. That's the SS Sigma version. These are fantastic, and I use them for putting colour underneath. So quite small eyes, so these pencil brushes are fantastic for that. Okay, and I've just got a few more brushes to show you. The Sigma 224, which is actually what I use now to put my concealer on. So it's fantastic for buffing the concealer into the skin. And this is just the e.l.f. Corrective Concealer palette that I use. And this is a brush that I picked up in one of the collections this year. I can't remember, I think it might have been the Naked Honey. But this is the 226, and this is quite a pointy brush. And I use this to get the colour right into the socket line. After I do that, then I use my favourite blending brushes in the world, and these are the MAC 217 brushes. Yeah, they're both MAC ones. I did get the Travel 217 as a free gift with a Sigma, which is very nice to have as a free gift. But I love these blending brushes. Basically, the way that you use them is you pop the colour on the ends, and then you use it to blend your colour. The rest of the brushes will do your blending for you. Okay, lastly we have lip brush, and this is a MAC 316 lip brush that I use. Oh, I forgot to mention, I also use my Kabuki, the 182, for my mineralised skin finish. I find that this is the best one for getting that product buffed into the skin. This is fantastic for that, so I just use a little bit on top, tap off the excess, and then really buff it into the skin. Now, I have shown you my video, there is a video on my channel, show you how I clean my brushes and sanitize my brushes. I do that once a week, but I also spot clean my brushes pretty much